So how does the weight loss marathon work? And how are you going to get yourself to this place? I'm going to go to the extreme. I'm going to, even though I said nobody lives at number one, I'm going to assume that somebody's living down here right now. Eating the wrong things, not sleeping, poor digestion, hardly drinking water, drinking fizzy drinks. We're going to get into the content of the do's and don'ts. But let's assume that you are living down here and you are currently, hopefully, well, let's say you've done yo-yo dieting. Let's say that you're sitting with the tiniest bit of muscle mass and a huge amount of excess fat. That's a bit mean, hey? But yeah, let's say that that's how you feel about yourself anyway, that you have too much fat. You're sitting down here. The weight loss marathon okay, forget about this healthy versus unhealthy part. Just focus on this here now, please. Okay. I hope this makes sense. 2 weeks, 3, 4 weeks, 5, 6 weeks, 7, 8 weeks, 9, 10 weeks, 11, 12 weeks. It does go on. I'm not stopping it at 12 weeks. It depends on how much weight you lose. It depends on what our progress is. You are going to spend 10 days trying to maintain. I'm going to be asking you for 10 out of 10 in terms of health, but you're almost certainly going to be living in that upper percentile, and I'm going to be there, not to put the pressure on in the sense that you're going to get into trouble or you must hide things from me, to be your accountability coach, but more importantly, to teach you how to adjust what you are currently doing towards what you should be doing. So we'll be aiming for this. We may not get there until we get to maybe 7 or 8 weeks. It depends on you. It depends on how much you engage with me. It depends on how much you let me help you. It depends on how honest you are with me. It depends on how many pictures of your food you send me. We are looking to get you into that percentile of a healthy lifestyle for 10 days. You will then have 4 days to try to improve. You started here. You will be then have 4 days of break where I'm going to be asking you to live over here in like the 7 to 8 percentile. Still quite tough, especially when you first start, because that is a big jump from there to there. But I'm asking you to do that for 4 days on your own. In reality, what most people do in the first two weeks, while I'm asking you for this, most people, because it can be overwhelming, change is hard. Most people find themselves living up here, and when they get to the first 4-day break, they go all the way back to here and they pick their weight back up again. Okay. Then they come back for the second 2-week process. 10 days of, I'm asking you for 10. Because you've now learned a little bit more, it feels a little less daunting. You kind of know what to do. You've got the routine. You've already gone through a few dinners where I've explained to you what you could change, what you could tweak. You've had a chance to do some grocery shopping, etc., etc. You maybe then start to achieve more of a 7 to 8 or an 8 to 9 for the 10-day period, which is amazing. We then get to the 4-day break. I'm still available, but we're all taking a bit of a break. Me too. So we're all taking it in terms of being, constantly on call, but I'm available if you need me. But you've got 4 days there to practice what you've learned and try to adjust your lifestyle from a 1 to something a little better, okay, like a 5 or a 6 or a 7. And by this stage, you maybe know a little bit more, and you maybe then start living in this bracket. You still pick up a little bit of weight because you're still not eating great, but that's okay. It's better than there. When we come back to our next round, you've got 10 days. I'm still asking you for 10. You've learned a bit more. Maybe you spend that entire 10 days. You have a great 10 days, and you spend the entire 10 days at a 9. We achieve great weight loss results. Okay? You have your next break. You know a little bit more. You don't want to undo all your hard work. You're starting to feel more positive, more energized. Your digestion's starting to work a bit better. You maybe start to live in this kind of bracket during your break, etc., etc., etc. We want you to be living kind of like a little stricter than I'm living right now, because I'm not in a weight loss process. I'm in maintenance. And I'm not saying this in a horrible way, because this is what you need to look forward to. I can afford to play around in this range as long as I remember where I want to stay. And I spend most of my time here and I play around down here. While you are losing weight, we want to firstly, we want to get you away from the 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5, almost on a permanent basis. 5 very rarely, like me, okay? We want to get you away from these forever. where you've got a better understanding of your choices. But while we're losing weight, for the whole period, we want you kind of in this area. We want you between 10 and 7. 10 and 9 during your 10-day process. 8 and 7 during your 4-day break. Okay, until we achieve our goal. If we're struggling to achieve our goal, I might ask you to push harder during your 4-day break and stay 8 and 9, not necessarily at 10. I hope this makes sense. It's to give you a mental image. For those of you who have been doing this for a while, what's happening, and I can see it's happening, is you're getting complacent. You're starting to live in kind of like this bracket. You're starting to want to go back to what you know for years and years and years, which is somewhere down here. I don't want you to live in this period permanently. I need you here for 10 days. And then you can be here for 4 days or here for 4 days until we achieve our result, depending on each one of your individual spaces. I'm there with each one of you, as you know. So we work that out. You need to get to the point where doing things, like for me, however many thousands of years ago, black coffee was not my go-to. You told me I was going to be drinking black coffee as a preference, I was like, dude, I love black coffee. I don't enjoy coffee with milk. I don't enjoy coffee with milk and sugar anymore. And that's not me putting on a show for you. There are some things like I don't love sweet food. I mean, there's certain periods where I could just give me a can of condensed milk, I could down it and feel awful. But I've got that out of my system. So I don't think I don't enjoy sweet food. But there will be, I can have a couple of days of socializing with people around and everything where, yes, we eat a lot more red meat than I'm used to eating, or we eat a lot more junk. And I'm the first one. I am terrible. I'm the first one to say, let's have this, let's have that, because, I'm kind of like in holiday mode. 4 days down the line, I crave vegetables. And I know that people who are living down here and have been living in this space for a long time wouldn't even be able to identify that craving at this stage. They're identifying it as other cravings. You need to teach your body what makes it feel good. And that takes time, and it takes support, and it takes a willingness to learn. And that is what I'm here for. The Herbalife products support my lifestyle in a way that works for me. And I am sharing that knowledge with you. This is an ongoing lifestyle. You are teaching yourself health. While you are teaching yourself health, you will be teaching your family the same thing. Don't cook separately for them and for yourself. You will learn this. No, you'll see. But just know this is about developing patterns that are ongoing. Certain non-negotiables in my life that are 365 days a year. Each one of you is at a different starting point. Some people are all the way down here for whatever reason. I'm here to help you get slowly, slowly, slowly up. Just understand it's a process, and how quickly we progress from lap. These are all laps. Lap 1, lap 2, lap 3, whatever the story is. You might be joining in now. We might be on lap 7. It's okay. People are joining and leaving all the time because everybody's at a different stage. Each one of you is unique and individual. And you have me. You have my attention. You have my help. Put your 100% in. I'll give you my 100% back. Okay. See you soon.